of sick of it because it's the only pop I have in my house. So, you know, bear with me with more sauces and, well, not sauces, but another type of drink in the future. Once again, it's good, but I've been having like these for like the past like 3 weeks, so please, I'm done, right? I'm gonna move a bag real quick that holds all the rest of the sauces. So one thing about my Chick-Fil-A that I do like is that they're not stingy with the sauces. They gave me 13 Chick-Fil-A sauces, and it is including these, so I think I should be fine. And I also have some napkins. So this story, the chicken Alfredo incident, oh man, oh boy, okay, this is actually going to be pretty funny, but I do have to give a trigger warning. It does involve some levels of stuff, so we're going to get into it. It doesn't directly involve anyone I know, but the story ended up being like a very dark joke at my university. Okay. One sec. Okay, there should be better light now. Better light now. Okay, so this story dates back to 2017, and it was just a normal sophomore day in college, just doing my classes. Honestly, I think college was like not good during that time for me. Yeah, no, scratch what I said. That was actually not a good time for me. And I say that because that's when the really hard classes started to kick in, and I had to take 2 in the same semester, so it was not good. So I'm doing my classes. At the end of the day, I usually hang out with friends. This is when Discord was popular. Well, it's still popular, but this is when people were like, no, don't use Skype, don't use this or that, use Discord, so good times, am I right? So we're talking one night. Before I finish that, let me open this. It's gonna be loud. Hope you like the tingles. Cheers. Once again, still good, but I've just had it so much that it's just like I'm indifferent to it. So I may have mentioned this friend in a different video, but I have a friend named Bosch, and if you don't know who that is, basically in a story time, I was going through my friends, and he was the friend that I threw bottles at during a physics fest. Because of it, we're like longtime friends. Well, this friend has a dark secret, and it is that he likes to explore the dark web. I can't make it up. Sometimes he'll be talking, and we'll just pick up things like, what does he mean by that? Why are you using that type of slang, one point we were like, yeah, nah, bro, we don't know what you're talking about. Like, what are you talking about? Because the words you were using for certain slang just didn't make sense. He was like, oh yeah, I learned that off of this website. And I'm like, oh no, why are you doing that, brother? That is one site that I will not, consider. Think of 4chan, but worse. And that's already pretty hard to top off, but yeah. But, okay. So another thing about Bosch is that he goes to Ohio State during the same time. When I was in college. So that meant that we were rival schools. Ironically, both of our teams weren't good during this time. We were just kind of mediocre, but we hated each other with a passion, so it was just funny banter. There came one incident, though, where it wasn't near Ohio State, but the entire state of Ohio just kind of looked at the story and said, wow, this actually happened, right? And this is where the not safe for work stuff starts to come in, so brace yourself. So there was a guy who was 24 at the time. He met another guy, and I guess they were somewhat intimate, and they went back to his apartment. And I cannot make this up. You can look up this story on Google. It exists. He offered him a half-eaten chicken Alfredo and a Sprite in exchange for intercourse. I cannot make it up. This actually happened. It was like when me and my friends heard the story, we're like, what? Why? And the reason why I left out one part, the guy he was talking to was underage. So now you see why it made Ohio news. I remember when we found that out, I started like jokingly bashing the state because, it's just a funny thing to do when you have a rival school in that state. And the funniest thing is that without my intervention, everybody else found out about it at my school. And they just started crapping on Ohio State and like the subreddits and all that other stuff. But I think those Reddits were deleted. So good luck trying to find it now, but they were funny. So that happened, right? But the funniest thing ever was that every dining hall started serving chicken Alfredo. Well, not exactly that, but you know how cafeterias in a college setting, they rotate, right? You're not gonna get the whole, everything you usually eat in one day, every day, if that makes sense. for some reason, the entire week they had shredded chicken or grilled chicken. They had linguine or spaghetti pasta. They had Alfredo sauce. Always, they never missed Alfredo sauce. But previously they had it only once every couple of days, but they had it every single day. And of course, we always had Sprite. The pop machines were always there. And it wasn't the entire cafeteria because everybody wasn't going to be committed to it, but I remember there's a large subsection upstairs where genuinely everybody had chicken Alfredo and Sprite. Kind of like a dark humor joke saying like, wow, that guy actually did that and thought he was going to get away with it. It was in a mocking way. We weren't like praising him anyway. That's weird. So that picture I took for the ball, that was my picture. That was my chicken linguine Alfredo with a Sprite, except I put spinach in it because I was trying to lose weight back then. I'm still trying to lose weight now. Don't get it twisted. Bit of Pepsi. Ooh, that was a big gulp. You guys probably didn't hear it, but that was kind of hard to get down there. Okay. More sauce. And once again, our school never officially acknowledged it. But in my entire year and a half at that point, it was always, chicken Alfredo was always on rotation. And yes, technically you could get it if you hopped dining halls across campus, but that's for the extremely picky eaters. That's why my school, once again, never acknowledged it. So when that week came and passed, it was just an inside joke between everybody, like, who was a part of it, of course. And now, that's the way me and my friends talk about certain situations that are, you know, involving that type of predatory stuff. For example, if the pretty sure the allegations about P. Diddy is true, so, you know, if, for example, here's an example, right? Here's an example. Like, if we're talking about P. Diddy, and then we talk about the allegation against them, somebody would be like, oh man, So yeah, that's really the story. There's not much left to it. Of course, the guy who, you know, did that to that boy, he's in jail. Rightfully so. And me and my friends just use it all the time. I'm trying to make this my last bite. Alright guys, thoroughly enjoyed my meal. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys at the next one.